Hello lurkers, and hello you archaeologists, welcome to the proximity. I being the Johnstruct, am having a Final Fantasy 16 adventure. I booked Monday off work, gonna play computer games. I should probably be saving these holidays, but sometimes it's just nice to take a holiday to do something you want to do, rather than moving home, which is a thing I also want to do, but it's not going to be fun. Let's continue our game. A little bit of wibbly woo.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
You talking about me? Right, yes. It is a new morning. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have played that last stream. I knew it was going to be too late. But what are you going to do?
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good dog. Keeping up the Phoenix with the Chocobo. White Heart.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
I found the quest. We'll let this play out.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons! The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
That's better.
That was the easy bit. Is this dickhead that I lost on?
Noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
We have to stand up to all things.
Guess we're all ready.
Did not mean to do that.
occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
There we go, much easier this time. Play games when you're not tired, ladies and gentlemen. It is the better way to do it. Cool, I got all this cool stuff as well. God, where's everyone getting all this armor from?
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Quest complete!
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
A letter of
It's the
approval.
mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
He's getting so many goddamn badges. I kind of wish they were displayed.
Wear it with pride.
Be sure that you
With
do.
these 7 other
I
badges.
don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Right, the Lazarus District. An exclusive walled residential area situated just outside the eastern edge of Port Isolde. It was once the jewel in the city's crown, however, too many of the nobles of the duchy home to many. However, after the Empire moved its capital to Crystalline Dominion, Port Isolde was all but abandoned. This once grand district was overrun with thieves and cutthroats. So Wade. Loyal Shield of Visaria, though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix Gate, he somehow survived, like a lot of people. Not only the disaster, but the Imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus, formed the Guardians of the Flames, brothers in arms who fight for the restoration of the duchy. Guardians of the Flames! And they got their own symbol and everything. They're like, look, a flame! A clandestine group of ducal loyalists who lead the rebellion against the imperial occupation of Rosaria and Empress Annabella, and many of their number are drawn from those who survived the imperial attack on the Phoenix Gate in the year 860, who know full well the Emperor's involvement in the Duchy's fall. They make their home in the abandoned Lazarus district outside Port Isolde, from where they conduct their raids on freebearers from Imperial yoke. Sir Tyler. Loyal Shield of Rosario accompanied Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, though he did everything in his power to assist Joshua and Archduke Elwin's flight from Phoenix Gate on the night of the attack. His years from distinguished service were to come to a close when he was swallowed by the flame of the rampaging Phoenix. Yes. Now let us continue.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
He's wearing giant boots as well.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still?
It's the worst type of wench.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
What is the prelude called? Is it just called Prelude? I keep getting the two songs name confused because obviously that's the it didn't have the arpeggio until the very end, but obviously in Final Fantasy VII has that exact one.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
This is how we're getting Shiva's
I
power.
want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
This dog's still there. Am I in this conversation? Okay. That's what I imagine the dog would think. Yeah, Black Light Burns is literally the name of the band. I looked it up. It's sort of weird that... Maybe it's just a coincidence? Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
this
being
guy?
posted every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
That voice does not suit that model.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Right.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavours than making any endeavours of their own. For that, I feel I owe you a portion of my earnings. Oh, we have the Berserker ring. Okay, that could be good.
You earned this.
Oh, if you say so.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
Okay, I kind of want to do the Muggle stuff. Is the Muggle stuff on the map? I don't think it is it? I think that's sort of the point. The marks.
We could have sworn we had a few more.
Oh, you're still going the wrong way. Yeah, I was just there, wasn't I? Yeah, it was just to the right. Oh, try the controller. So I don't know if we actually have that reward either. Okay, Clairview Sambrec. Probably should read that better. Clairview Sambrec. Fuck it. I don't know where that is, but. I don't know where Clairview is. Ah, that's lucky. Ooh.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you.
Look at this place.
Not here.
Here's fine though.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
There you are. Savuna, there we go, it's the third one. I was wondering why there was only two.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy.
Oops. There we go. Notorious Mark has been slain. Again. He's pretty notorious, that Mark.
Rest well. I know I will.
I'm seeing if there's like a hand in. I guess it would be on the map. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how you actually get your rewards.
Against the gloom of bygone days, saw flame take flight from glowing embers. Beacons blaze to see us through the night.
Yes, quite.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
The things you can do down.
Adventure, Sid. Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Obviously it's a vampire thorn, but... Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is material both passing hardness and luster, and it is these two qualities for which it is valued by the weapon. Armorsmiths of the realm. However, there is a third quality, this of mithril, that sets it apart from steel or shell, its durance. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid climes, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled. Mithril is once, I don't know why I'm talking like this, made eternally unchanging. In this volume I will explain how one might go about making, shaping and employing mithril in one's work.
Did you come to borrow a book, Sid? Because you can't have this one till we finish.
Oh, that's the one I wanted.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. You wish to study the tomes?
Byron, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn and Warden of Port Isolde, a thriving trading port in the south of Rosaria. Byron inherited a small fortune from his noble family, which he built into a large one by virtue of merchant. Okay, we read that one already. Younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn is incorporated into the Empire. Byron, stripped of his titles, himself shut himself away in the manor, gladly volunteered over guild his onerous taxes and tariffs, which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the Empire's ire and to keep his attentions from his support to the Guardians of the Flume. Yeah, we may have gotten lucky with these top ones. Torgal! Ambrosia. Clive's personal steed, after losing her master, the Phoenix escaped. Ambrosia found a new flock and led them in defending honest merchants from beasts and bandits, earning herself the love of the locals and the name Whiteheart. Indeed, it was one of the locals' insistence that she be defended in turn that led her to a happy reunion with Clive. Have we met everyone yet? No, we have not. Benamir. The lake in the blighted lands on the southern edge of the former Grand Duchy of Rosaria, named for its dragon that some tales say created the basin when it fell from the sky. Fallen airships dot its expansive waters like forgotten cenotaphs, like leading some to liken it to a graveyard. Its remote location far from any trade route is deep inside the Deadlands, making it an obvious choice for Clive when faced with rebuilding Sid's legacy. Oh, there's so much of this. Whatever, one at a time, right? Blessing of the Phoenix. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother upon Clive's ordination as first shield, allowing him to wield fire aspected magic without a crystal. It's long been a custom of Rosaria for the dominant of the Phoenix to share part of the power in this way, performing the rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors that they might serve them better. The bestiary. Hornets. Oh, look at the fuckers. Most commonly found in the woodlands of Rosaria and western Sambrek, hornets are oft mistaken for birds due to their prodigious size. This mistake, however, can prove deadly, for the overgrown insects are extremely territorial, highly aggressive, and they don't even make fucking honey, and will attack aught that might venture near their hive, using stingers laden with poison potent enough to subdue creatures as large as a wyvern. Why are they panthers? Oh, there's Araman right there. That is a cute fucking owl. Is it an owl? It's a bird, whatever.
Always welcome, Clive.
Did you come to borrow a book, Sid?
No.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nan does.
Didn't really. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't. We haven't done anything new. Why have you added a new section if we've not done anything new, game? Do we just have new abilities?
First August, and now you. What you pair up to?
There's three of us. Jill's here.
Do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
You're bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board.
There isn't.
Housebreakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as a honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. Told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listened to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. What a time you've catch none but Sid. It was a time supping on these for their foul bite. But for him, it was never about the flavour, but what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. Look at us now, Sid would be proud. My Lord Marquess, I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at Lazarus. Oh, so I did kill a bunch of goodies for no reason. But certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see out our gates. I know, like, sometimes we don't actually kill the people, but, like, in short time since our reunion, you've shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into the Stillwind those many years ago. True bearer of your father's legacy, if only Sir Tyler, Lord Commander, and all the others that you who were lost that night, were still with us. To see how bright your flame now burns. They saw how bright my flame now burns. To you and your cause I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians. I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. I am covering up these people, I'm afraid, but the Danmarks and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared, like slumkers, whatever that means. But neither wants to make the first move. Like slumkers. It's almost as if they both realised they were slumkers. What a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay a wager, I put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep your praise. The oath. Martel apples. Ambrosius tack. What's that noise? What's that noise? We can't go this way. About the Griffin sightings. Dosmere. Oh, the fucking new one here a second ago. They're both bees, so we're ready for the bees, it looks like. So I guess I get the money automatically, because I must be getting that reward, the little star, that one there. So we'll get Belphegor first. Broken Hill, Rosaria. Just want to double check that. Is this just teaching me to do the marks? Whatever. Broken Hill, Rosaria. I don't fucking know where Broken Hill is. Appreciate that you can actually look at the local map here. You know what, I am quite enjoying how these side quests and how they let me explore the world and the marks. What's that he wants me to go to? Big fucking... What's it that? Oh, it's our ship. Is it? It's Martha's Rest. I'll grab that while I'm here as well, I guess. Oh, I know where it will be.
Good girl.
Okay, sometimes it's really weird about music overlapping in this game.
This might take a while.
I don't think it will. This might take a while.
Be safe.
Elphagor! Ah!
Wild one. This area.
Hello! Hello, Raiders of Phoenix. I shall heal myself in honor of everyone arriving, and then I shall beat Elphagor. I should possibly heal myself again. There we go, staggered you. Let's use the power of lightning! How is everyone? I will have a proper look in a second. Pile driver? That's not a pile driver. I've seen pile drivers. They look very different. I'm going to press all the buttons, and one of them will work. Chill, what are you doing? Oh, well, I didn't hit anyone, but I had fun times. And that's the most important thing. Fuck, heal. Okay, Elphagor was slightly stronger than I was expecting, I won't lie. Help me, dog. All yours, Torgal. No, like when it hits me, it hits for fucking tons. Heal me, Torgal. Shit. Oh, there we go. This is a very... Also, hello, Stadlonian. Oh, yes, I looked briefly at Chimera Land. I might see a Chimera in this game at some point.
Any more of them?
Right. We can pet Torgal. Okay, lovely.
How feels it, boy?
Hello, Sholva Dirk. I just pet Derg. Pronounce it slightly wrong. Okay, let's teleport to a place that has healings. How is everyone? There we go. Martha! I said that name because it's the name of the place. Grip. There's a bird. I have my own bird, but we're not allowed to summon bird
won't help me here.
in the town, sadly. Because of bastards. I'm after potions, thank you very much, because I just got beaten up. I mean, I won, but still.
There you go. Much obliged. There you go. Thanks very much.
I tell you what, I'll just select 3 and just do that all at once. And for some reason, I never buy more than one of those. I'm not sure why not.
Thank you for.
We're doing side quests right now. You cannot pet the chocobo, as I think. Actually, we should check.
Stay sharp.
Oh.
Not here.
I think you have to be in a danger. Yeah, you have to be in a danger zone to summon White Heart, which is one-eyed chocobo. The only thing you can do is right. You can fight though. Let's heal myself. I'll back up. So if we want to fight these killer bees,
This might take a while.
I won't say it's not the most efficient way of fighting. Come on, Jill, join in. Yeah, I don't think you've ever been able to actually fight the weave the chocobo before. Okay, this is very silly. You're too big for bees. That would be... I would watch that. My brother bought Chocobo Racing, and that was apparently awful. I mean, the racing game's fine, but like the monetization was very bad. He bought it day one as well. He's a super fan of those Chocobo games.
Anything catch your eye?
Still here for the potions.
Much obliged. Doesn't look like you got room in your bag.
Alright. Why did you say that in such a judgmental manner?
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Ah, well. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were...
Yeah, they are. What are you talking about?
You can't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
It's a weird habit. I can't really help myself anymore. It's a strange state to be in. Thank you for joining me briefly. I'm from the raid, of course.
Stay sharp.
I shall.
After what the Empire did to Martha.
Oh, wrong button, John. Where are we going? We're going over there. Okay. There's no quick way of getting there, is there?
Don't you go causing any trouble.
Don't you go causing any trouble now. Let me use the truck around the edge. You do appear from nowhere. We ride. Hopefully in this stream we'll meet our mother, who's been causing all sorts of problems since she's become Empress. We just met our uncle. Oh, some scorpions. Oh, boo.
Scorpions. You just don't know what I'm up against.
Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. The best move in the game is ignition, because it allows you to do this and just gather them all up into a lovely pile, a little scorpion pile. And the way this game's balanced, because it's clearly just like a Devil May Cry game disguised as a Final Fantasy. If you engage in any of the RPG-ness, you get a little bit overpowered for the normal fights, but then as soon as bosses or elites turn up, it's hard again because you're forced to use the counter system, which I'm just not touching the dodge button right now because I'm just pumping out too much damage.
It's over.
I wish it remembered which snails everyone got at the start. There's some unwanted violet. The tails of a certain species of corp are prized as a delicacy. The trace amounts of poison remaining in the flesh, lending them certain piquancy. Is that a word? A common marsh scorp, however, not only lacks a stinger, but subsists on a diet of mudworms and bogmoss, lending its flesh an altogether more troubling tang.
I better get this back to them.
Oh, sorry, I was still talking.
Before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Okay, but I don't think we're done with here, are we? We are done with here, okay. Go back to even. I'm guessing it's in this direction. They'll have to find a phoenix. Not a phoenix. Phoenix is here, of course. Griffin, even.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did. That's literally the thing I just did.
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
You gotta boil it.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Boil it for like 20 minutes. I found a new recipe.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity.
You take the first taste.
Spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
And that's the last we saw of him.
Odin's teeth. What assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
It's fucking raw!
Welcome.
I'll share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's Stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Quest complete. Badge metal +1. I've not changed my badges in a while. I got a berserk one as well. Probably don't want to use the berserk one, but I... Badge of might +1. Inferno. I do like the ignition. Okay. What's Berserker's Ring do? Increase attack proficiency with G. Oh, that's really good. What's attack proficiency? What does that mean? The Berserkers of Seven Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers, but pierced all over their bodies from head to toe. Scholars now believe that unnatural courage they display was a result of extended exposure to concentrated ether imbued in the jewellery that had poisoned the blood of the non-bearer wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Well, thank you for joining me, even if briefly. It's always nice, especially in the middle of the day. I don't tend to get raids when I take my day off. So yeah, thank you very much. I don't know what attack proficiency means, but I'm going to put it on. And I'll tell you what, I'll switch this for the new badge of metal. Where are we going now? Oh yes, I forget. Time. Right, we've got to find a griffin. I wish I had a spin button.
Typical nobles.
Whip, 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 whip. Okay. Right, I know the hunt borders from Final Fantasy XII, even the symbol of that tomato creature, which I'm hoping exists, is from 12, but I'm assuming the hunts are in Final Fantasy 9 first, actually, even though you don't go on them in the same way. I think it's sort of what it evolved from. Kernel Vent. It's... I forgot where Cairn Elven was. Oh, hang on. I should double check. No, Westgate. There's Westgate. Maybe it's a place we've not been? Lost Winged Kernel Vent. Okay. We'll just go to the Lost Wing then. I absolutely cannot remember where the Cairn or Vent is. That's the Glorious Gate. So I'm just going to check this place. I just want to know where it takes me. Oh, it just opens the world map. That's not terribly useful. You know what? I think I'm being silly. I think I remember Cairn or Vent. It's just a little thing, isn't it? Can't be. Yeah, I remember this.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
Yeah, it's probably there.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Ambrosia help me here, though. Thanks, Ambrosia. Devon knows how to make you so creamy. Into the forest.
Fight.
No, it isn't. We're going through. Let me open it as a bird. Let the bird kick it. Boo. Griffin's head braid. Oh, hang on. Is that the griffin? I don't think this is a griffin. What item did I just pick up? Economists want to argue the currency-based commerce is the cornerstone of civilization. If true, this coin would suggest that goblins are far from more civilized than humankind give them credit for, or perhaps humankind is less civilized than we give them credit for. Well, one day I'll remember to actually trade that in. What item did I just pick up? With all these badges, it's like being a Pokemon trainer. Oh, I picked up something. Increases burning blade damage. Oh, that's nice. While it is true large felines make for home, of Damakin deserts, tales of flying lion with the mane of living flame and rage, just as hot, are fallacious, most likely the result of a chance encounter with a long-haired cat ill-starved enough to have been caught in a brush fire. Okay, well, I found a griffin item, just not a griffin.
Good girl.
I guess we'll travel to Lost Wing.
All right.
No, these are just... Oh, what's this?
You deserve a rest.
Let me in the mysterious cave. Oh, I'm fun. You guys see a choc? Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna go back. Where the hell is Westgate?
Typical nobles.
Found the other hunts. Trail from... I don't know how to get to Cairn or Ven. Yeah, that's my problem. Okay, now I'm thinking it might be down here.
Good day to you, Sid.
I think I need to be on the road. The bridge even.
We get from the tailor all but work. Worthless.
Well, the crystals have stopped working. Yeah, I need to be on the road. Sometimes these maps are not terribly useful. I could do with, like, up and down information.
But when can I go on a special errand for Master Quinton?
How do I get on the road? Oh, there.
Ambrosia won't help me here. This is no time to ride. Let's go.
Faster!
Now it's time to ride. It's riding time on Ambrosia on our quest to find a griffin and 5 gil. Glad I went out of my way for that. Yeah, the potion's kind of handy though. That's another Dragon Avis. Carlabos, the crab. Oh, she beat me.
Company.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Be safe.
In my defense, it's been a while since we've been here. Oh, it is a griffin. Doesmary! Oh, I don't want to fight griffin birds. It's a rare, beautiful creature.
Other work will have to wait.
Toggle, look sharp. All yours, Toggle.
Blind just is.
Help me, boy.
We're all ready.
Not meant to do that. And finally, we defeated Notorious Mark. I'm gonna assume it's the name of this griffin. Leveled up as well, lovely. Scarletite, one of the hardest metals known to man. Scarletite is highly sought after by those with the means to pay its exorbitant asking price. Price determined not by its rarity, but rather due to the fact the forge must employ no fewer than 5 healthy bearers to produce the flames hot enough to melt the ore, which time it takes upon deep scarlet hue, of which it takes its name. And some more meteorites now. Aww.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
Oh, he seems friendly.
Are you alright?
Oh, he's a tamer.
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some griefs to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Surely it's outside of the skills purview of a blacksmith to work with leather.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
That monster's taken quite a liking to me.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody busybodies, the both of you.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
Sample of supple hide dressed to the artisan Camille's exacting standards. There's nary a trace of barnyard musk or less of lesser leathers, so it's smelling faintly of rose hips.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Well, I do that with all leather clothing, to be honest.
Sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
No, it wasn't. It was your idea. I wouldn't have done it without your intervention.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough nattering. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. It wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
So I said it might not have been this stream, but I just want to justify. Ages ago, I was reminded by "in his cups," which is a phrase again you hear in Game of Thrones. Don't know if it was a real phrase, but people have gone like, "Yeah, I like all that. We'll keep all this." And there's a specific phrase I hate, which is "fucking bend the knee." And the reason I hate that phrase is because you know what? It's a great visual way of saying that thing in a medieval setting, and I fucking hated that people started saying it in real life. I had don't. There was already a word for it. Kneel exists for a start, but you know, I don't. Specifically, it was only dickheads that used it as well, which just made me hate the phrase. Anyway, I was reminded of that. Nobody uses cups. A diagram detailing the steps created built fit for a hero. Necessary for crafting the Drake Slayer's build. I've unlocked a new built recipe. Oh yeah, because it was a plus mission. You've obtained a design draft for Drake Slayer's build. Designs draft to unlock new crafting. Yeah, I get it.
Back, are ya? So, will it be?
I wish to have the Drake's... Oh, I don't have any Electrum. I need some Electrum. It's good, though. Don't have the gelatinous mass. Presumably we need to kill creatures for these two. Okay, well it gives reason for the Mark 6 to exist. Which there might be... Alright, fine. I was going to teleport, but... Typical nobles. Okay, so yeah, I'm clearly getting points.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
Swelling chorus. A rose. Oh, we get a new song and an empty shard. I used to be able to step into a tavern and find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing Dion the Bold, or the Quirl, and the Servant Girl. But now all anyone wants to hear about is Sid the Outlaw. You've made me a very rich man, my friend.
All yours.
Right, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a little break, 5 minutes, make myself a cup of tea. But let's put on the new song and listen to that while I go do that. Means walking away from the quest, but whatever.